We're getting closer to the end of the year, which means the beginning of the next year, and with that in mind, I want to take the time to share my personal top 10 most anticipated movies set to release in 2026. At number 10, I got Scream 7. I love every single Scream movie, it's easily my favorite horror franchise, and Kevin Williamson is coming back to write and direct. But due to all the annoying behind-the-scenes issues that occurred, I'm still worried about the script being safer and a cash grab. Next, I got The Hunger Games: Sunrise of the Reaping. I'm a big fan of the quadrilogy and I really loved the last film, and even though I've never read the books, ever since I heard what the idea of the second quarter quell was, I've really been hoping to see it in a film. But then again, we know who survives, so we'll see what they can do with the stakes and tension. Coming in at my number 8 spot, I got Robert Eggers' Werewolf. Nosferatu is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Robert Eggers really cooks with horror, and I love me my Universal Monster movies. Obviously, it won't be the Wolfman story, but I'm still excited with what he's gonna do with the historical lore of werewolves and see how different it may be. Here's hoping it's just any version of a fantastical werewolf and not a man with rabies on steroids. Number 7, I got Supergirl. I've loved what James Gunn has done with DC Studios so far, so to hear that they're gonna fully adapt quote-unquote one of the greatest Supergirl stories of all time into a full live-action sci-fi epic, I'm 100% gonna be there. Also, finally, Jason Momoa's Lobo. Come on. 6, I've got 2026's Michael. What else is there to say? We've only gotten a teaser trailer and it already looks incredible. Simple. Number 5, I got Dune Part 3. Again, I've never read the Dune books, but Denis is back, and that second movie is generally in my top 20 favorite movies of all time. Plus that ending, there's just no way I'm not watching the IMAX opening night. At 4th, I got my go Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. I have not a single clue what The Odyssey is going to be about, but it's Christopher Nolan. In my books, he hasn't missed yet and deserves my full confidence. Now these next 3 are going to proudly be due to how much of a nerd I am, because ever since I got into horror, I've been waiting to see a horror movie based on a comic book character from DC or Marvel. And you're going to tell me it's not only going to be Clayface, but it's going to be hugely based on the 1992 Feet of Clay episodes? One of my favorite pieces of DC media ever, say less. Number 2, I got Spider-Man Brand New Day. Again, is anyone surprised? The set photos look amazing. We got the Punisher, finally Scorpion, Tombstone. It's going to connect to the second season of Daredevil Born Again. It's going to be directed by the same guy who gave us the Shang-Chi fights. The new suit potentially could be my favorite live-action Spider-Man suit so far, and it seems like Peter's going to be broke and alone. We are literally about to get peak Spider-Man. But my most anticipated movie is 1000% Avengers Doomsday. I do not care about everything people have been complaining about when it comes to Marvel because the Russo brothers have not missed. They've made my top 3 MCU films. I'm trusting that they have a script that makes sense to have RDJ play Doctor Doom, and I would be lying to myself if I were to say I do not care to see the Avengers and Spider-Man finally interact with both the Fantastic Four and the X-Men in live action. I'm sorry, but personally, there's nothing coming out next year that has me more excited to see something I've wanted to see since I was a kid. Nothing.